I'm taking shots at the enemy. I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the noose off. You cannot save me, 'cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
You are not as tough as
I'm back, you know that I never left. I got tracks and some music that you never guessed. I don't slack, don't lose, learn your lesson yet. When I get to choose what I do, I'm like a weapon. I'm not sharp as many, but got hard, I'm ready to change. Scars to envy, to win large and plenty. I like to play fast, never change back. Calling out, I'll pay back, 'cause I'm great at that. Oh, you cannot save me, 'cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough.
Hello, everybody. I made it on time tonight. What do you think about that? Thank you, E Squared. So I'm going to, everybody subscribe to Chaotic Beauty. Great channel. Thank you, E Squared. The flamingo shirt is the Walmart special from last summer or the summer before. Look, can use my right arm a little bit. I'm feeling, I feel good, baby. Sort of. I do have, I'm teaching myself that it's okay. I can use my right hand to adjust my glasses. It's kind of taking and getting used to. How is everybody tonight? We're going to dive right into this because I don't want to drag a big long live out or anything. And it may drag out, but there's some things on my heart and controversial type things that I usually kind of don't discuss in public because, it's so easy for somebody to get offended or say, well, if you feel that way, just unfriend me or, but you know what? You can't control how people feel. And I feel a certain way about things and, we're going to talk about it a little bit tonight. I don't know how many of you are from Kentucky or have seen the news in Kentucky. There were 3 police officers murdered, shot to death in Floyd County, Kentucky this week. They were going to serve a warrant for a man. And this guy opened fire with a rifle and he killed 3 of them, killed a K9 officer as well, the dog. Injured, I think 6. I'm getting ready to read the news report. And thank you, Chaotic. And what bothers me is, it bothers me that this idiot was able to kill people. Um, I do think the police roughed him up a bit. So let me share this picture with you. It was actually my thumbnail. I'm going to share this picture with you. So you guys get a look at this bunghole that he got roughed up a little bit. Well, you kill 3 cops in cold blood murder, and this is actually mild compared to what should happen to this man. He should receive the death penalty. He took away fathers and brothers and uncles from their families right here near the holidays. And he deserves what's coming. Check this dude out. Yeah, see that guy? I think they took it easy on him. Okay. Let me read you and I'm going to read you the news that I got from NPR.org, Associated Press. But then I'm going to talk about some of the comments that I saw being placed under the articles. Allen, Kentucky, that's over in Floyd County. 3 law enforcement officers were killed, 5 wounded in eastern Kentucky when a man with a rifle opened fire on police attempting to serve a warrant, authorities said. Police took 49-year-old Lance Storrs in custody late Thursday night after an hours-long standoff at a home in Allen, a small town in the hills of Appalachia. It is a very small town. An emergency management official was also injured, and a police dog was killed, according to the arrest citation. The responding officers encountered pure hell when they arrived on the scene, Floyd County Sheriff John Hunt told reporters Friday afternoon. They had no chance, he said. Hunt said 4 deputies initially responded, then called for backup when they were shot at. The sheriff said Storrs surrendered after negotiations that included his family members. Hunt told local media that the deputies were serving a court-issued warrant Thursday evening related to a domestic violence situation. Hunt said one of his deputies, William Petrie, of Prestonsburg Police, and Prestonsburg Police Captain Ralph Frazier were killed in the shooting. Frazier worked for 39 years in law enforcement in Floyd County. Another Prestonsburg officer, Jacob Chaffins, died after being hospitalized, the police department said in a social media post Friday night. Storrs was arraigned Friday morning by a judge in Pike County. He pleaded not guilty to 2 counts of murder of a police officer and was jailed on $10 million bond. He ain't getting out. One of the charges was originally attempted murder of a police officer, but a judge said at the hearing that was upgraded to murder. He is also facing another attempted murder charge and assault on a service animal. Few details were available Friday. State police had said in a brief statement that they were investigating an officer-involved shooting. This is a tough morning for our Commonwealth, Governor Andy Beshear said in a social media post Friday morning. Floyd County and our brave first responders suffered a tragic loss last night. I want to ask all of Kentucky to join me in praying for this community. Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron posted on social media that he was heartbroken over the news of the officers' deaths. Our law enforcement exhibited unimaginable heroism and sacrifice last night in the face of evil, he said. Okay. So there's the AP story. Hi, Paula. Hi, Pat Pollard. Yeah, they did rearrange his mug, and he deserves it. They are cutting back on police, and I'll tell you, that gets me into. I'm going to try my best not to get too emotional. I'm just an emotional guy. That's part of me. But I read these posts, and the worst ones were there's a article in the New York Times about it, and these people that read this friggin' newspaper and comment on this social media have zero brain cells or zero heart. They're blaming the police. They're throwing questions out like, why would you go serve a warrant on somebody? Why not just stake it out and follow him? Well, just like Alicia said, they're cutting back on police officers and hours. You can't have 10 officers or 6 or 4 or 2 stake out somebody's house in hopes that they're there for days, weeks, or months. Not my monkey, you are not blocked. Not at all. But these people, think, oh, we could just send cops there and wait on them and then catch them in the car, and there's of course there's not going to be any trouble then. Okay. You really believe that? Hello, Sandy Croson. Yeah, I think some people are saying YouTube has some errors going on today. I had a heck of a time posting a picture of the Harlan County mountains today. But when you get a chance, go check that out. It's beautiful scenery. And Not My Monkey, I will check into that and find out if there's a legitimate organization in order to send money. And I actually know somebody that is a retired police officer there, and I know the mayor of Prestonsburg personally. He's actually an MMA referee. He's worked for me on several occasions. But anyway, the retired police officer I know, his wife is a retired medical doctor. So I will find out and get you the information, I promise. Because, I'm sure there'll be people popping up everywhere that's willing to take donations and help. But I'll find you something legitimate and give you the information. But, the fact of the matter is, to borrow a term from Ernie, is This man had committed domestic violence and knew he was guilty. And I don't know if he was drunk or just stupid, but he decided to kill people. Now, he would have done that regardless. Wouldn't have mattered where he was at. I mean, if it would have been in a different situation, if they hadn't knocked on his door to serve this warrant, if they had followed him, tried to pull him over with the blue lights, what if he would have pulled into the Walmart or the IGA, the grocery store, whatever, and then jumped out of the car with a gun? And then kids, parents, grandparents, all over the parking lot, all over the store. Then what? So let's don't shift the blame to the officers for following protocol and serving a warrant, a relatively simple warrant, on a man who absolutely deserved to go to jail. Domestic violence is no joke. And I didn't even pull anything up, but there's an NBA player right now, Miles Bridges, who violently beat his woman. Hey, Rosemary J., I'm doing pretty good. And this guy, to me, kick him out of the NBA. Never let him back. Who cares if he's any good? Who cares if he's Michael Jordan level, which he's not. But he does not deserve the privilege of playing a game for millions of dollars. And you should just Google his name and look up the pictures of his lady that he beat. It's disgusting and disturbing. It's not okay. The violence is not okay. There's a place for violence. It's in war zones. In a cage. In with trained combatants. There's not, in a civil world, we don't beat each other. And I know I've got mad at people and threatened to fight. And honestly, within an hour, I was over it anyway, and I wouldn't have fought anyway either, but, it's just stupid. What are we teaching our kids? We're gunning people down. You got this guy walking into the school over there in Texas and just gunning people down. My God, what are we doing? Can't we be better? What's going on? I don't know. Look in here on the YouTube channel here. I get to see all the cool emojis when I look at it on the YouTube channel. You know what, Misty? You're right. Nation that takes God out of what's going on. I agree with that. That's a big issue. It really is. I really believe that. Oh, okay. Um, but I'm getting ready to move on to another subject that is the opposite end of the spectrum. And it touches my heart too. Um, but who do we hold accountable? What are the protocols? What do we do? And I'm telling you, you may not have heard about it yet, but by Monday morning, you're going to know about it. It's going to get bad. It's going to start in Ohio, and it will spread all over the United States. There's going to be bloodshed. There's going to be death. It's coming. It's coming. So let me read you this story. Ohio, this is NBC News. Ohio police officers shot fleeing black man dozens of times, lawyer says. Police killed Jalen Walker, a black man in Ohio, by shooting him dozens of times as he ran from officers, a lawyer for his family said, citing a review of police video footage due to be made public on Sunday. In comments published on Saturday by the Akron Beacon Journal, attorney Bob DiCello described the video as brutal and said Walker's relatives worried protests this weekend could turn violent, and they will. The shooting was the latest in a string of killings of black men by police in the United States that critics say are unjustified, including the 2020 murder of George Floyd in Minneapolis, which ignited global protests against police brutality. We're all bracing for the community's response, and the one message that we have is the family does not need any more violence, DiCello said. Akron police have said Walker fired a gun at officers who were pursuing him. They plan to release their body camera footage following a news conference on Sunday, hours before a protest march is scheduled. Officials have said the incident began when officers tried to stop Walker for a traffic violation while he was driving early Monday morning. Walker fled, according to the Akron Police Department, which officers reported a gun being fired from the suspect vehicle. After several minutes, Walker exited his vehicle and ran, while officers chased him on foot and fired at him, saying he presented a deadly threat. The police department said in a statement Tuesday, Walker, 25, was pronounced dead in the parking lot where he fell. Police representatives did not immediately respond to requests for comment on Saturday. DiCello said his team has not seen any evidence Walker fired a gun and that police body cam footage showed him running with his back to officers when they fired. He is just in a down sprint when he is dropped by, I think the count is more than 90 shots, DiCello told the Akron Beacon Journal. Now, how many of those land, according to our investigation right now, we're getting details that suggest 60 to 80 wounds. It was not clear how many bullets struck Walker because bullets can cause wounds both entering and exiting the body, DiCello said. The officers involved in the shooting have been placed on administrative leave during an investigation, according to the department's statement. So, wow. First of all, yes, Rosemary J. Moral of the story: don't flee. But there will be riots. There will be more death. There will be more gunshots, gun wounds, fires, more race against race killing. That's what breaks my heart. It shouldn't be white and black. And just like, I mean, we go back and look at Floyd County, those officers. What if they pulled this guy over and he gets out of the car and runs? Do they shoot him? Those cops said he shot at them. Those cops said that Mr. Walker shot at them. If so, then he could have taken their life. We don't know the story. Are we going to wait for it? Or are we going to, when this video comes out Sunday evening, are we going to rush to judgment and say, oh, they shot him in the back while he was running away. Let's go kill each other on the streets and make it all better. That's what's going to happen. Mark my word. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. And I don't know how you guys feel about what happened with George Floyd. I have mixed emotions about it, to be honest with you. I certainly hate that the man lost his life. And I do believe that Derek Chauvin, or however you pronounce his name, the cop that knelt on his neck, was a terrible police officer. But how many people were crucified for that? How many people lost their life over that didn't know George Floyd, and they don't know Derek Chauvin? Like, there were people killing people all over the United States for this incident. And why not let the court handle it? Which they did. Why do we have to kill each other? What point does that prove? What point does that prove? I have the protest in Louisville was bad too. I have some players, several, like many players that have played for me that are black. The love of my son's life. The first girl he ever fell in love with. He's still in love with her today. She's black. What does the color of somebody's skin even matter? Why does it have to be a black person or a white person? Why can't it just be a person? Why does it have to be a white police officer? Why can't it just be a police officer? Why does it have to be a black suspect? Why can't it be a suspect? I hate it. I hate it. And I know there's profiling. I know it exists. I know it happens. I'm 100%. I know it happens. Thank you, Lisa. Let me get this phone call from my baby. Hello. I'm back. Okay. There are, yeah, the cop was smug. Yeah, there. I mean, he was a terrible person. He deserved what he got. The cop deserved what he got. Maybe more. Um, see, Pat Pollard, I don't agree with you there. I don't think so. It wasn't a fake and a setup. Like, it's the man's dead. The man's dead. But what we've done is created him into some kind of hero. And he was no hero. He was no hero. He was breaking the law, trying to pass a counterfeit bill, and had drugs in his system that may be what actually killed him. At least it was helped him along. But what we've done now is made him out to be a hero. And now that, Chauvin has been exposed, and maybe it's too late. Maybe he took a life and it's too late. It is too late. Not maybe, it's too late. He took a life, and whatever George Floyd was guilty of, he didn't deserve death. Not in my opinion. I don't know what he's done that we don't know about, but told you we were going to talk about some controversial stuff. But I've got some kids that are in big cities now, as we speak, in big cities, preparing for the upcoming collegiate year in sports. And their color of their skin is darker than mine. Are we going to pit them against people with my color skin? Are we going to pit people with my color skin against them over what happened between police officers and someone breaking the law? What we need to do is let the courts decide. We need to let the courts decide what happened. They'll take the body cam evidence. They'll take statements. They will get to the bottom of it. But let's don't kill each other. I'm a small time creator on YouTube. Man, I wish I could get this message out. Like, just please don't kill each other. One loss of life is too much. One loss of life is too much. listen, Monday morning, I would love to wake up and see that absolutely nothing has happened. No riots, no fighting, shooting, burning, looting. I would love it. I would love to say I'm wrong. I would love to say it. I don't think I'm going to be able to. I agree, Jody Farr, that they presented Floyd as a hero, and they shouldn't have done it. I agree that. I agree. 100%. I agree. George Floyd was memorialized as a hero, and he was far from it. Far from it. It was a slap in the face. Um, but I'm just worried. I'm so worried that this Ohio's not that far from here. Akron is pretty far away, but Ohio, a couple of hours. Big city in Ohio too, Cincinnati. I don't want to see this stuff trickle down. I don't want to see these wars, and that's what it is. You're talking about people out there with assault weapons, firearms, grenades, burning stuff, and looting. Like that's a war zone. That's a war zone, and we can't have that. Right, Alicia. I agree. This man held a knife to the stomach of a pregnant lady while they robbed her. And he's no hero. He's no hero, but we made him one. When I say we, it's the society, the United States. We made him one. How many people are going to be celebrating on the 4th of July in these cities where there's going to be fireworks that just boom and pop and explode, and then you're going to worry about gunshots? Like it's so scary. I'm glad I live here in the woods in Kentucky, up a 200 or 300 yard private driveway. And with cameras where I can see something coming. And it is sad that I have to be so happy about that right now. Yeah, the officer was in the wrong too. Derek Chauvin was not a good officer. Gwen's offering a place of protection. Got 200 acres. That sounds good, Gwen. We used to have 9 dogs. We're up to 10, so I'd have to bring all 10 dogs, all 4 kids, and you might have to put up with Ernie every now and then. But you're right, Misty. Jesus is the only one. Like it's got to come from above. Like people have forgotten. People have forgotten. Jen Mel South, I am not at all familiar with MK Ultra. Not at all. Oh, Lord, Alicia. Now, listen, I did see a trick, and I'm going to get Mama C with it because she loves candles. And they like melted the candle wax and put a firecracker. They took the wick out, put a firecracker down in the candle wax, and covered it up with the wax and let it cool, and just left up the thing on the firecracker, a fuse. So yes, I'm going to get Mama C with a firecracker / candle. It's coming. I will video it for all of your pleasure. Hopefully she don't burn her finger or nothing, because then I would feel bad. I'd probably get my tail whipped. And then feel bad again and get my tail whipped again. I'll check it out. I'll look into it. Yeah, I'm going to get her, Chaotic. I'm going to get her. I can actually hear some fireworks down the end of the holler. I think the neighbor might be shooting some right now. Yeah, it's sending me this. Let me see if I can send this there. Hang on just a second, guys. Chat away. Got her done. Got her done. She is gonna whip me. You're right. It's gonna be bad. Should I leave the camera on and let her let's film the reaction and how bad it gets? I probably need it for court. I don't know if anybody's heard from Doug. I don't know the guy. I'm really, I feel bad for the guy. And I saw what's happening. CB, come here, buddy. Come on. Come on. Looky here. Look here. You want to get on? You see yourself? Look at there. You see there? Look. Y'all ever hear the dog barking? It's this one. He's the only one that really barks. Him and the boxer. Yeah. See, babe, you don't know why all this violence, do you, buddy? Huh? You know all this violence, huh? Yeah. Yeah, apparently, I think Ernie said he's talked to the guy. I don't know. Yeah, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. I need to find him a little girlfriend. A little Pomeranian girlfriend. Yeah. You want to get down, buddy? You want to play? You want to go in there and lay down? Lay down under my desk? Go ahead. You going back down there? Don't fight me. We got CB for Sarah for her birthday a couple years ago. She wanted a Pomeranian, and we got him, and she named him after that Disney star, Cameron something. Is it Boyce or Cameron something? The guy, I guess he's passed away, but she named him. So she didn't want to go around calling him Cameron all the time, so I said, well, just call him CB. So we call him CB. Sometimes I call him Seabiscuit or Biscuit. He comes all of it. He's a very loyal dog. Yeah, he is. He brightens up our day. He barks a lot and makes Mama C mad because he barks. But he thinks he can whip anything. He wants to go out there and fight the big dogs, and we have to keep him in the house because he can't fight the big dogs. Like they would destroy him with one little swoop. I agree, Rosemary J. It's very depressing. I think it's good for groups, like we have here on the stand, and there's other places too where people just kind of hang out and let loose and kind of talk about things. And it's okay to say what you feel. As long as it's not, like extreme racism or something like that, you can say what you want. And then, if you get racist or threatening, then you get blocked. But, like CB does love E Squared. But it's good to hang out with friends and kind of let loose and talk. And, hey, we can argue a little bit with each other too, right? It's okay, because that's what friends are for. You can't sugarcoat everything for everybody all the time. And we got to, God is the only one you can count on. Like, he's always true. Never, ever wavers. I agree with that. So I know this is extremely short live tonight. I wanted to talk about those two really controversial subjects. And I want to ask you something from the bottom of my heart. I want you to please say a prayer for the Akron, Ohio, and the rest of the United States, that we don't go to war with each other over this young man being shot. Let the courts handle what's coming. Let them do their job. Let them do their duty. And if there's punishment coming, let it be swift and let it be fast and let it be real. But please pray that no more death or injuries come out of that situation. Please. That's my one thing I ask of you tonight. Please. Just pray that. It's Chaotic's love drop. It's important. And, God said when we gather together more than one, then, there I will be also. So everybody just pray a little bit, and know that God's listening. And, may he put his hands over Akron, Ohio, and take care of it. So I appreciate y'all hanging out with me so long and so short tonight. I will bid you adieu and tell you good night, and enjoy this Saturday evening as we head into this holiday weekend. And stay safe out there on the roads. God bless you all. Thank you. This is Jimbo coming to you live from the stand.